Hello, we're going to work a stoichiometry problem today. First thing I'm going to show you is a little cheat chart to help us with stoichiometry problems. Typically with stoichiometry problems we have a balanced reaction and we are asked to calculate something regarding the balanced reaction. We're usually given some information about one of the chemicals in the reaction and we're asked to find out something about one of the other chemicals in the reaction. So we can typically be given grams, we can be given moles, or we can be given volume if it's a gas chemical in the balanced reaction. If we're given grams, we need to convert first to moles using molar mass. If we're given volume of a gas, we need to convert first to moles using the molar volume of 22.4 liters per mole. Once we have moles, we use our mole ratio from the balanced reaction. Then we have moles of the chemical we're trying to find. Last, we have to look at what we're trying to find. If we're finding moles, we're done. If we're finding grams, we need to convert back to grams using the molar mass of the chemical that we're finding out about. And if we're finding volume of a gas, we need to use the molar volume to convert to liters using 22.4 liters per mole. Let's look at an example. The balanced reaction we're going to be using is 2 silver nitrates, aqueous, plus magnesium chloride, which is aqueous, forming 2 silver chlorides, which is a solid precipitate, and magnesium nitrate, which is also aqueous. Aqueous meaning dissolved and broken up into ions in the water. The question is how many grams of silver chloride can be formed from 37.24 grams of magnesium chloride. Let's identify the two chemicals in this question. How many grams of silver chloride? Silver is Ag, chloride is Cl, and so we see it must be this chemical right here. And then we're given 37.24 grams of magnesium chloride, which must be this chemical right here because it has magnesium and chloride in it. Whenever we're working a stoichiometry problem, we always start with what we're given. And in this problem, what we are given is 37.24 grams of the magnesium chloride. Our first step is to use the molar mass of magnesium chloride to convert from grams to moles. To find a molar mass, we have to go to our periodic table and add up the grams in the table for 1 mole. MgCl2 has 2 Cl's and 1 Mg in it. So we need to add up 2 times 35.45 and then plus 1 mg, which is 24.31. And we end up with 95.21 grams for 1 mole. Which is going to go on top and which is going to go on bottom? Well, this is a conversion problem, so we look at our units. Grams of magnesium chloride is on top, so we must have grams of magnesium chloride on the bottom to cancel out. We just said it was 95.21 grams in the mole. So 95.21 grams of magnesium chloride. Again, this is the grams in 1 mole of magnesium chloride. And that is our first step, using molar mass to convert from grams to moles. Our second step is a mole ratio. Now, moles of MgCl2 is on top, so moles of MgCl2 must be on the bottom to cancel out. In a mole ratio step, we get our moles from the balanced reaction. How many MgCl2s are in the reaction? Well, if I look up here, there isn't a number, so it's an understood 1. There is 1 mole in the balanced reaction. What goes on top? Well, that would be the chemical I'm finding. I am finding how many grams of silver chloride. So a mole of silver chloride must be on top. So moles of AgCl. How many AgCls are in the balanced reaction? There are 2 moles. And that is our mole ratio step. 2 moles of AgCl over 1 mole of MgCl2. After the mole ratio step, we have to think, where are we going? And we are going back to grams because the question asks how many grams. So I need grams of AgCl. So since I'm needing a molar mass, I go back to my periodic table. This time I'm adding up the molar mass of AgCl. So I need 1 Ag and 1 Cl. Ag is 107.87 plus the Cl is 35.45. That gives me 143.32 grams in 1 mole. Now moles of AgCl is on top. So mole of AgCl must go on bottom. Now a molar mass is always the grams in 1 mole. So this is 1 mole of AgCl because I added up 1 Ag and Cl. And again, I got 143.32, so 143.32 grams for AgCl was its molar mass. And that is my 3rd step. Now let's pay attention to our units to double check. Grams of MgCl2 canceled out with grams of MgCl2. Moles of MgCl2 canceled out with moles of MgCl2. Moles of AgCl canceled out with moles of AgCl. And I am left with grams of AgCl, which does indeed answer the question, how many grams of silver chloride? So let's put this into our calculator. We have 37.24 times 1 divided by 95.21 times 2 divided by 1 times 143.32 divided by 1 equals. Now I need to figure out my sig figs because I have a long number. I started with 1, 2, 3, 4 sig figs. This molar mass has 4 sig figs as well. Mole ratios are exact numbers. And this molar mass has 5 sig figs, but I go with the least, which is 4. So that would be 112.1 grams of AgCl. And that is how you work a stoichiometry problem. Thank you, and I'll see you next time on the Kim channel.